In a recent Hangout session, Gary Illyes from Google explained why Google needs to control its own signals and why they do unuse external signals, like social media shares and views as ranking factors. If you don't know who Gary Illyes is, he's a webmaster trends analyst at Google. And in this Hangout session, he was asked a question about why Google doesn't use external signals as ranking factors. And his answer was very interesting. The person who asked the question said that they had found some correlation between brand mentions and rankings for certain keywords. So they asked if there is any plan to use this signal in the future. And Gary replied that there are a lot of ranking factors that Google doesn't use simply because they can't control them or verify them. He said that Google can't control what people share on social media, and they can't guarantee that those numbers are correct. I think he's referring to the fact that social media metrics can be easily gamed. For example, you could artificially inflate your social media shares by running a giveaway or contest on your website. And anyone who wants to participate has to share the page on social media. This would obviously increase your social media shares, but it wouldn't necessarily mean that people are actually interested in your content. Gary also mentioned that external signals can be manipulated. For example, someone could scrape your website and then post your content on another website with the same or similar keywords. This would increase your competitors' rankings. But it wouldn't necessarily mean that your competitor's website is better than yours. Because of these problems, Google prefers to focus on signals that they can control, such as backlinks, bounce rates, and time on site. These signals may not always be accurate either, but Google can at least control and verify them to some extent. He also gave some examples of signals that Google used to use but stopped using because they were easily manipulated. One of these signals was structured data. Google used to use structured data as a ranking factor, but they stopped using it because it was too easy to manipulate. For example, you could add structured data markup to your website that tells Google that you have 1,000 5-star reviews, when in reality, you only have 10 reviews. Another example is the LLMS TXT protocol. This was a new protocol that allowed website owners to submit their sitemaps directly to Google. Again, Gary mentioned that this was stopped because it was too easy to abuse. He also mentioned author bylines as an example. Back in the day, COS realized that Google was using the author byline as a ranking factor. So what did they do? They added hundreds of articles to their website with author bylines that contained keywords that they wanted to rank for. This artificially inflated their authority for those keywords. And Google eventually caught on and stopped using author bylines as a ranking factor. This is why Gary says that Google needs to control its own signals. It can't trust external signals because they can be easily gamed. And even signals that Google used to trust, like structured data, author bylines, and the LLMS TXT protocol, have all been abused in the past. So if you're an SEO, don't worry too much about signals like brand mentions and social media shares. Instead, focus on creating a great user experience and promoting your website. You won't get penalized for running a giveaway or contest on your website. So use creative ways to promote your content and stop relying on unverified ranking signals.